90 rattlesnakes were found in one home. An ancient crusade sword was found at the bottom of the sea. And we have so much weird news, we can't even talk about all of it. All this and more on The Morning Laugh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi. I didn't see you come in. Hey, guys, it is The Morning Laugh, and I'm super excited to finally be back and able to participate because I've been gone for a while because I had stuff to do, and it was really important, and I was getting sick of Brian, Josh, and Chris. And so, anyway, we're going to bring him in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Mr. Brian Kohatsu.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, sorry, Brian.
Is that a Tuesday? Oh, wait. Sorry, I gotta go. Bye. I didn't see you there. Sorry. Hi. Hi,
Brian.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just,
So it's just you and I this morning.
What?
Yeah. Oh, wait,
sure?
wait. Somebody's knocking on the door. Who is that?
Oh.
Hey, it's Josh. Hey, Josh.
Hey, sorry. I gotta go, Chris. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll let them know how much you hate them. All right, bye. Oh, hey guys. Hey. Good to see you.
All right.
Wow,
What a surprise.
Hey, before you start the show, Mike, I just want everyone listening and watching to know that your birthday's tomorrow.
It is. It's actually day after tomorrow. No, it is tomorrow. You're right. It's tomorrow. It is tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
as you get older, you lose track of these things.
happy birthday, Mike. How old are
Thank
you
you.
now?
13 more years until I'm 70. I was reminded last night.
13 more years until you're 70.
In 13
Wow.
years, I will be 70 years old.
Wow.
I'm tomorrow turning 57 years old.
Oh, they say, a birthday is just a number, but that's a number, Mike. 57.
That's a big number.
I mean, wow. So
How does
yeah.
it feel? Like, how does it, like when you every day do you wake up and you take a deep breath and you go, that might be the last one? Or is it like, how do you?
I do that. When I go to bed at night, I think, we'll see what happens.
all right, well, see you in the morning.
Yeah, that's how
I
you
go
say
to bed at
good
night and I
night.
feel like I'm just rolling the dice. Here we go.
Oh, no, Mike, you're in perfect health. I'm sure you'll live 57 more years, and that'll be painful.
That will not be a pleasant. That will not be a pleasant existence.
That's a bad idea. I mean, Josh, he's Mike's such a curmudgeon already. What's he going to be like a 114? Oh man,
he's just going to be.
I'll tell you what, right now.
Yeah. He's actually just going to be a cane with a mouth on it.
And it's just going to be a mouth
shakes.
making grunt noises.
I'll be complaining about these 90-year-olds. They're trying to change everything.
You see these kids on their hovercrafts? Come on, get out of my air.
That's what it'll be.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you, Brian.
Turn it back over to you, but I couldn't go without saying it.
Well, thank you. I am in charge today. This is my in charge day, and let's see. What am I going to do first? I guess it's just me now. I guess I shouldn't do that.
He blew out a candle and got his wish, and everybody he Thanos'd us.
Yeah, he said, "I wish I was the last man on Earth," and then it just happened, and then he was like, "That's pretty good. I like this."
Josh, I have talked to you a bit in the last couple of weeks, but are you enjoying your married life?
I am. I've been gone for half of it, so it's pretty awesome for my wife.
Yeah,
so
that's how you make it work.
Yeah,
be gone.
Just be gone.
And Brian, I've talked to you several times in the last week or so. How are you enjoying married life?
It's going. It's good. It's good. Since I last saw you, it's gotten better.
Well, that's good.
Whatever that means.
Well, Mike, how are you enjoying married life? It feels like this.
Okay. My wife said something. We got into this little argument, and I was defending myself, and she goes, "Oh, I guess you deserve a smiley sticker then." So I bought her a package of smiley stickers today, so she can hand them out. Isn't that if you know my wife, you know that is just so Jenny. To have smiley stickers, she will hand those out to people.
Yeah. Complete strangers.
So
complete
that's
strangers
how
sitting
that's
at a
going.
table.
What?
It's a complete stranger sitting at a table who just want to eat.
She will. She'll go, here's a smiley face. I noticed you chewed with your mouth closed. Here you go.
But then she just puts it on top of your mouth.
Right. There's people that got them on their faces.
Yeah.
Great complexion. Boink.
Other than that, I don't know. You know, I started watching the Squid Game. I know everybody else has already seen it all. I've seen it all now, but I was late to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're watching, the one you're watching on
dead.
Netflix, though, the Netflix one is a retelling of the true story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the original. The original Squid Game is actually just the true life version.
The real one's just a wacky Korean game show that went wrong.
What do you guys think of it? It's crazy. I'm not going to worry about spoilers on this. I mean,
Okay.
if you guys worry about spoilers, fast forward 5 minutes.
I'm gonna worry about spoilers because I haven't seen the last two.
Oh, you haven't finished? Okay, never mind.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. Well, now.
No. There's enough to talk about to make sure that people start watching it so we can talk about it.
It is fine. Oddly enough, the one thing about that movie show, whatever, that is the most confusing is actually the actual Squid Game itself.
Mm-hmm.
Did you understand how they explained Squid Game? I didn't understand how that worked at all.
Explained at the beginning. Yeah.
I even tried watching that over again to understand how that game worked, and it actually didn't make any sense to me. But I didn't know is that a normal kids game in Korea, and I'm just a moron.
No.
It sounded to me, the rules sounded like something Steve Martin would make up for a bit. Like, okay, there's 3 squares designed to whatever. Then one child must walk clockwise around the circle where the other one walks counterclockwise, thus making it 8. Then what happens next?
And then you have to hop on one foot to make it even.
Right. And then once you're touched, you're eliminated.
Yeah, and then don't you have to like propel yourself forward with somebody else's body? I don't know. It's that.
Yeah.
It's a very convoluted game for 5-year-olds, honestly.
This isn't a spoiler because that's explained in the first bit of the movie. Actually, that's in the opening of the movie.
It starts right off.
And then shortly into the movie, they play a game in the subway where they're slapping envelopes down on the ground. I didn't get that one either. I mean, I get the gist of it, but I thought, is that really a thing? Because that seems like
envelope smacking game. Yep.
Huh. All right. Well,
yeah.
That's it.
But that's not. It's not about explanation of a weird game followed by another weird game. There's more story to it than that. It's about poor people, and it's about games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the Game of Life. It's like if the Game of Life was a TV show, and also killed you. Wait.
Yeah, and then put in a little bit of mystery date in there too. Huh?
and just a little bit of sorry.
You know, there's a lot of sorry in there. And then put in the Nintendo square, triangle, and circle.
Oh, the controller shapes. I think that's Sony, not Nintendo. But yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I just proved how much of me not being a nerd I am. So.
See, and I'm a curmudgeon. Brian's the one saying anybody who's familiar with a video game controller is a nerd. I mean, come on, Brian, serious?
Am I wrong?
A video game controller, everybody knows what they look like.
Not
more people know video game controllers than know who
James Corden
is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the fact.
I think it'd be weirder if someone didn't know what a video game controller was, but also knew who James Corden was, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy." He was, and then you show them a PlayStation controller, and they're like, "I don't understand what is this? Is this James Corden? Does James Corden own this?"
Well, let's see what else happening in the news. So yeah, there was a story about 90 rattlesnakes they found in one house. These were not pets. This was like a snake pit that was set up in a house here. As
Yeah.
grab the story here. They were surprised by the slithering guests. I like the way they phrase it. Like they were just watching TV and all of a sudden they knocked on the door and 90s rattlesnakes came in because somebody tweeted there was a party.
Right. And all of the stop it.
Yeah, so, I think the saddest part about this whole story was that they actually had to get Indiana Jones out there to take them out. And if you all know, he hates snakes.
Snakes. What? Snakes. So these snakes are squatting in this house.
Uh-huh.
And then the homeowner finally comes home?
No, I think what happened was, what is it? It says they pulled all these snakes out. The area was ideal for rattlesnake denning. The house had been built on top of this rock foundation, which had these rattlesnakes in it, apparently. So it was a new house, I think.
And then
after they moved in, they found rattlesnakes started coming up through the floor.
Come to find out, that rock was one giant rattlesnake egg. Oops.
So I think what happened here is that the people they got poltergeisted on their home.
Yeah.
You don't build a home on a rattlesnake den, and you don't build a home on an old burial ground. Everyone knows that.
Technically, Josh, I think that family was rattled. Just a smidge. So okay, so one rattlesnake, bad.
Yeah.
Two.
Have either of you guys ever seen a rattlesnake coiled up ready to strike in real life? Not like a video of it or anything, but just like in front of you, right?
Yeah.
They're the meanest, nastiest. I'd rather see a pit bull snarling than a rattlesnake getting ready to strike. It is so evil looking.
It's 100% evil.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about a rattlesnake. So I've said this before. I've posted about this. This is my thing. Rattlesnakes are angry. They're just angry. You look at people always say, I posted one time, who would win in a fight, a cobra or a rattlesnake? And everybody said the cobra. But I will tell you, you've seen people handle cobras. You know, they pick them up, they can handle them. I mean, they're aware of what's going on and what they're handling. But no one just goes and picks up a rattlesnake. You can't do it. They're mad. They're upset about something.
Okay, someone's never been to the coolest church in the world. Looks like. I guess we're gonna go to Tennessee, buddy. Me and you. We're gonna go find it. Actually, I happen to know a lot about rattlesnakes because we just watched a lot of documentaries about rattlesnakes.
So do people pick them up without holding the head?
Well, you don't do that.
They do that a lot. Snakes generally can't reach around to get to the
true, but I'm saying you could other people handle snakes and they do that thing where they just coil around. Where a rattlesnake is just ready to bite you. Period.
Well, they do that with
unless you have it by the jaw and it's all like.
Well, any experienced handler will tell you that you do that with every venomous snake because any snake, venomous or non-venomous, is ready to strike at any time, depending on what happens. Almost all, I think it's like 99% of all rattlesnake bites happen because somebody steps on top of a rattlesnake.
Well,
I feel that statistic would be very hard to validate.
I think 100% of people that stepped on rattlesnakes and got bitten will say that that's the reason why.
Yeah, really.
I saw a video recently. Okay, there was obviously there was a snake, a big black snake inside. Okay, it was just a tail sticking out, and the guy's grabbing the tail, and I'm not kidding you. A cobra comes up in the up stance, which was about the size of a small child.
Yeah,
which was just like, even watching it made me jolt back, you know. But I'm saying even at that, it didn't strike him. Whereas a rattlesnake would just be a jerk about it.
Yeah,
rattlesnakes are, first of all, they have the rattle, and everyone's like, and they're just bullied by all the other snakes and animals. That's the first reason. And number two, you know, they're usually in hot climates, and they're just like, I'm just hot. And you know how we all get mad here in Arizona in July. I think, now hand you a baby rattle and make you walk around with it.
I was reading something from the New England Journal of Medicine that said, I don't know why it was but it said that if rattlesnakes were just able to get a little more sleep, there'd be 30% less rattlesnake bites.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, they've been handing out eye masks to rattlesnakes, like little tiny ones, so that they can do that.
All right, enough. I need to see that. I think really, actually, and recently, I think you guys are onto something here. When rattlesnakes had to wear masks during the pandemic, that really set them off.
There was really, I didn't hear of one rattlesnake bite during when the mask mandates were on out there.
Mm-hmm. And I think if you look at the New England Medical Journal will prove that there were less attacks during the pandemic of rattlesnakes.
Yeah,
because of the masks.
Mm-hmm. And and also I don't know if you guys realize this, but the national publication for franchise owners revealed that McDonald's ice cream machines did not break once while the rattlesnakes wore masks. So I don't know if it's related or not, but
now, so with this whole rattlesnake house, so apparently, California is having a drought, and rattlesnakes, of course, they need water and they need sustenance, which like rodents and stuff, and so they found that the rattlesnakes have tended to move into people's yards where sprinkler systems are available. So you could say that the recent drought brings the snakes to the yard.
Well, it turns out there's not actually a drought in California. It's just Newsom has taxed the water so highly that nobody can get any.
Right, and that's made the snakes mad too.
Yeah,
they're like, we have no pockets.
That's why the snakes are looking for water. They can't afford the water out in the desert.
I think they're hungry and thirsty, and that's why, you know how like when you're hungry and thirsty and you kind of like you bend over. That's why they're coiled all the time. They're like, if I could just get some water and a sandwich.
Instead, I'm trying to get everybody's attention. I got this rattle here. I'm trying to get your attention. Nobody's helping.
Yeah. So I think cobras are cool. They're all like, I'm well hydrated. It's a little humid, but I feel good on my skin when the wind blows.
When I was in Thailand a long time ago, I'd watch guys do snake charming, where they'd have a burlap sack, they dump it out, and they had like 3 or 4 cobras in there, and they would just kind of dance around these cobras with their hands, and kind of these cobras would get mesmerized by their hands and just sit there and stare at them. But I thought, man, that is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, here's a sad fact for you. A lot of those cobra handler guys, what they do is they'll actually rip the fangs out of the cobra and then glue their mouth shut before they do those shows.
These didn't do that because they had I mean, their mouths were open like they're getting ready to bite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe they were dentures.
Yeah. Maybe they.
Oh, you know what? It was near Halloween. It could have been those little plastic vampire things.
Yeah.
They're just like wearing them, you know.
That'd
be terrifying.
What if like a king snake had like on rattlesnake dentures?
What if any snake had real people dentures, like with real teeth? If a cobra approached you and had human teeth going, hi, you'd be like probably more terrified than that of anything. And the fact that he said hi. I don't know. I don't like. So how did the story end? They get all the snakes out. Did they adopt them out the way they normally do?
They took them to the ARL. They just actually put them in a cage. They're like, just dump them all in a cage. No, it says that they got 90 something out of there. I expect that they're probably going to find more that will come back, because how are you going to know? How are you going to know?
You know what you got to do? You got to spray for them. Yep.
Yeah.
Get that spray.
You got to get the pest guys out there for them. Yeah.
Snake sprays.
Right. And then when you hear you know it's working.
Yeah.
They can't strike when they cough. New England Journal of Medicine. That's where I read that.
We may have talked about this before, but do either of you guys have scorpion issues at your home?
I do not, and don't curse me.
No, you don't want it.
Every home we've lived in Arizona, we've had scorpions. Not an infestation, but if we don't spray, we'll end up with scorpions.
Yeah.
So they're outside a lot, but when we had cats took care of them. I don't know why they didn't get stung or it didn't affect them or what, but we'd find scorpion parts every day on the floor.
But do you think? Again, I'm not beating a dead horse here. Not that I wouldn't if you paid me enough, but it's cruel, I know, but I need the money.
Well, they're dead. It wouldn't really matter.
Right. But like scorpions also with snakes, don't they just seem mad too all the time?
Scorpions, unlike any other bugs, well, a scorpion is an arachnoid, so it's a type of spider technically. And other spiders do this, but they will chase you. They'll see some threat and they'll go at it. They don't just like defend.
But they look kind of funny with a big tail hanging up.
Have you got to eat any? Have you ate any scorpions?
I have not. My wife ate a big giant black scorpion for her birthday one year.
Yeah. We got to eat some a little while ago, and they taste kind of like almonds. You know, they're very nutty. It's actually they're pretty good. I was surprised, and so was the guy at the zoo. So. Stupid joke. we have black widows in our backyard. That's our thing that we're
oh yeah, my son, we went to North Carolina a couple weeks ago, and my son they have a ton of black widows around their house, so he's been trying to spray for them and stuff. But they captured several of them while we were there.
Yeah, we've never really had black widow issues, but I will say the best thing you could do for that is try to get them remarried as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
That's another thing. They're just irritated because they're widows.
Mm-hmm.
They're just angry.
Yeah,
they're just angry.
Well, it says like the Bible tells us to take care of orphans and black widows.
Right.
That's right.
Right. So let me ask you guys: do you guys hand things out for Halloween? I know we have another show coming up before Halloween, but
are you talking about candy or things in general?
Just things in general. Do you hand out anything?
Like brooms,
spoon, lint brush, quarter,
smiley sticker.
We don't generally because nobody comes by here to our house.
I'm going to tell you that
you're on the edge of a adult community, though.
Right, we live in a 55 plus community, so kids don't generally come out. But
well, this will be my second year in Arizona for Halloween, and then last year was coronavirus. But I'm telling you, it's just not the same here as it is in other places. In Des Moines. It depends.
So what they do here is a lot of people, they go to the big communities, and if you go to like here in Verrado. Not in our neighborhood because we live in the 55 plus, but in the other parts of Verrado, it is packed. The streets are just packed with people. Okay, and I'm sure it's the same like Vistanchi and some of these other bigger, well-known communities. Anthem was like that too.
My neighborhood's pretty busy. We're pretty busy. Yeah. But it's Arizona, so it depends on the heat. Sometimes kids got to call it off quick to get home, get that candy in the refrigerator before it melts.
True.
Yeah, because if you don't, the razor blade's just gonna come sliding out of it,
and then they'll see them easier.
Yeah, you have to. So in Des Moines in Iowa, it's called Beggars Night, and it's always the night before Halloween because they want to be devil worshippers. And but in order to get something, you have to tell a joke. That's the big thing is you're not gonna have to tell a joke. Does Arizona have any sort of tradition like that? That's here
I've never heard of that. Nothing like that.
We do have Boxing Day after Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's what everyone has to fight Logan Paul. Well, that's so weird.
We all box,
but you have to be Canadian. Yeah, you're not allowed to do it if you're an American.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to superhero movie discussion because we do that every week for at least 5 minutes.
Hang on, Josh. Mike's talking.
I know.
Sorry, Brian.
All I know is The Flash had its trailer come out, and I only know this because Brian just told me. So the cool thing about it, though, is I loved when the Batman movie came out and Michael Keaton. I love that Michael Keaton was Batman when that happened. I thought that's so cool. And then I've heard he's gonna reprise that role. And what you told me, Brian, is that he is narrating this as Batman. Right?
Yes, not as Michael Keaton.
Wow.
That would just be weird because he'd be like, all right, guys, listen, it's Michael Keaton here. Looking forward to this movie coming out. It's like, what? That was weird.
What if Michael Keaton narrated the Flash movie, but as the people from Multiplicity.
As Beetlejuice or Multiplicity, right?
Multiplicity, and like every scene is a new one. So like he keeps, because they say copy of a copy gets worse, and so by the end of it, he's just like,
right. All right, and then the Flash decided to go as fast as he possibly could. Take it away, me. All right, thanks. You look great today. Tell you that. All right. Anyway, so he's going at Mach speeds, right? Okay. Next, he flashes. All right. Why don't you go wait in the car? Multiplicity, Michael Keaton. I like a Beetlejuice version. That would be good too. But yeah, so they don't show them. They don't do anything. They don't give away anything. It's just a teaser, but you do get to see the Flash kid. Esmeralda. I think, am I pronouncing that correctly? Anyways, you get to see him in it. Somehow he looks younger now. He looks like he's 14 now. They just combed his hair down. Esmeralda. That's the guy. That's the kid who plays the Flash. Again, am I pronouncing that correct? If you guys can do a better job, that'd be great.
Esmeralda.
Right.
So I was watching an update on that, and then there was also on YouTube, you subscribe to stuff, and I keep getting alerts, but it's this guy named Mike Zero, and he gives updates to the Star Wars world as far as production and what next movies are coming out and all that. And I don't watch it ever. I need to unsubscribe because his alerts irritate me every single week, or usually a couple times a week. Biggest news ever. It's always titled the same, like massive information about, and you watch it, it's like you said nothing. There's no new information. But one of the titles,
it has just come to my attention that Han Solo's pants are made of some kind of Kevlar. This is confirmed.
So when Gina, what's her name, got fired off of that and all that.
Gina Hamilton. Yep.
Yeah. So that was like a big topic for months and months on his thing. So the headline on this one though was they're just starting a new Star Wars trilogy, and it's Jon Favreau's project and all of that. So have you heard that, or do you know anything about it?
It's Star Wars swingers.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, you want to see a galaxy? I'll show you a galaxy. You want to go to a galaxy? Come on, everybody's going to a galaxy. You look great. Did I know? Hey, baby, you look great. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's not it.
Yeah. It's the sequel is Chasing Amidala.
Oh, great. Affleck's in this one. Now, Mike, is this supposed to, do you know anything about it? It's supposed to take place like from the end of the last one.
I don't know, because I saw the caption like 3 or 4 times, but there was no information about it. Also, here's big news. Did you guys know Facebook is changing its name?
I heard something about that.
I heard about, but Facebook says that they refuse to comment.
Yeah, because they're keeping it really tight-lipped. So they're trying to make a metaverse, turn Facebook into a metaverse, which is a really bad name for what they're talking about. They refer to like
you're talking
Google,
about
Google's
Mater
parent company now is Alphabet.
Cars.
That's the parent company of Google, and they did that so they could put all the Google and all the stuff Google owns under one umbrella company. And that's what Facebook is doing apparently, but they're going to change the name of Facebook itself.
Oh,
which
to overlords, or what do we?
I don't know. I can't imagine. That's like Kleenex changing their name, or McDonald's or something. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's going to be something stupid.
It's going to be known as FB. It's going to be Facebooks.
Yeah,
or my Facebook.
Yeah,
we merged.
It's going to be MySpace. That's what it's going to be.
My gosh.
MySpace.
I'm telling you right now, if they change it to MySpace, I'm gonna go bonkers. I'm gonna throw parties.
Awesome. I think that would be the best thing they could do. It'd be so hilarious
if they do that, and then we go back to a top 8. Bro, I'm in it to win it.
I want them to call it AOL.
I think they're going to change it to the Squid Game. In this round, everyone must post 3 times a day, or you will be eliminated. Every night toward midnight, people are freaking out.
But then Zuckerberg, because he's like a robot. Everyone must post 3 times daily, or face death.
Green light. Yeah, what's it matter? You're right. If Kleenex became something else, people would still refer to it as Kleenex. Facebook will always be referred to as Facebook.
Right.
Just kids being born now are the only ones who are going to be like, you know what? I was just on Gleegly the other day, and I saw my friends. I posted something, and everyone, what? Gleegly? What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Google. Plus, with the likes, it's Gleegly. It's a long story.
Well, when you shorten up a URL, it's a blip blip.
Yeah. Then our generation will be like, not my Facebook. My kids actually, I remember when the what's that, Diary of a Teenage Wimp?
Oh yeah,
whatever it is, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That when they rebooted that, not my Roderick was the whole thing, because that's what they were saying at school. Not my Roderick. That's funny.
Yeah, we actually didn't watch the reboot for a long time because we were like very upset about that. We're like, listen, makes me so angry.
What are you talking about?
It's a movie based on a
book. A movie is
kids.
Like pictures that move, and then
I think it's just a series of pictures that give the illusion of movement, Josh. So it's a book called the Wimpy Kid book or something.
And it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
So they made a movie of it, and I'm so out of touch. They've already done a reboot, and I wasn't aware of either one of them.
Well, they did 3 movies, and then they did a reboot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is, the dad was Scott Everett, Michael Scott Everett, whatever his name, from the drummer from That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
And for the reboot, they picked Steve Vaughn, the guitar player from That Thing You Do.
Well, the next they're gonna have
Jonathan Sketch,
and then Liz
and
Liz Aerosmith,
Liz Taylor,
Liz Tyler. I was trying to think of her last name. I couldn't. They're gonna have Liz Aerosmith on the next
Liz
one.
Taylor back. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
Same way they brought back a young Princess Leia. It's gonna be great.
Well, we have a running joke in our house because our teenager is Roderick. If you watch that movie and you watch the Roderick character, that is our teenager. And it's like he watched the movie and took notes. It's ridiculous.
Does he have a band and everything? Loaded diaper.
He wants to have a band in a van, and it's just perfect.
Mike's brain's going right now. Going, I'm not gonna watch this.
I don't understand. This is Mike's face. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna wait until I hear something. Barbara Streisand's in the news, and then he's brings something back to we understand.
Barbara Streisand.
I heard.
You know what I am interested together. I am interested in the fact that there was an ancient Crusader sword found in the ocean. I think that's fantastic. I think that's really cool. And here's a picture of it. Does that not look like somebody went to the beach and decided to do a craft?
Yeah. What do you take a couple
collection of shells and barnacles?
You take sticks, you dip it in glue.
Yeah.
like you're sitting at home and you're making armor with your buddies, and then your buddy's wife comes in. She's like, "Look at what I made."
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I love at midnight with the when the skeleton covered in that stuff comes out of the water. Where's my sword?
The plan is that they're going to clean it and all that, and they estimate it is about 900 years old.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how could they figure any of that out? How do they know anything about the age or anything without cleaning it first?
What if they clean it and it turns out to be a Nerf sword?
It could be.
So what they did, I'll tell you what they did. This was found around a bunch of other artifacts, and so what they figured out how old the other artifacts were.
Now they know how old those were because
they asked them. They asked the artifacts. Obviously, you go in the ocean and you have to speak underwater, and they talk to you.
What if they accidentally carbon dated the sand?
Right.
Oh, right.
I don't think they use carbon dating anymore for stuff.
For carbon.
I think the coolest part about this, though, is the guy that found it. He just went to the Israeli government or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, found a sword. Here you go."
So that's the other thing. This thing's probably going to be probably be priceless, but probably could sell for $1 million. They gave him a certificate of appreciation.
Yeah.
Once they clean it up, you think they'll find blood on it, and they'll go, "Oh, this was dumped in the ocean 1 million years
There really
ago."
was a King Arthur.
But just whose blood was that?
This
said
could
Keith
be
Morrison.
Excalibur.
Could be.
Yeah. What if he pulled out of the ocean and now he's king?
Yeah, there's a movie. Pauly Shore is the king of Quasupito. I found the sword, buddy.
Bye.
Let's
Anyway,
do
that's
it.
a pretty
Let's
cool
write
story.
that. Huh? You think in like 500-600 years they're gonna find like a crusted over cell phone in the water,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody will get a certificate for it?
Yeah, and they're gonna be and somebody's gonna be like, how do they even know it's 500 years old?
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yeah. On the
They'll be like-
morning laugh 3055.
Yeah. Do you ever have this weird sense of dread that when after you die, something you do will become very famous and you'll never know about it? Do you ever have that, like a like Van Gogh?
Yeah,
Right.
I hear what you're saying. I find it interesting that you phrased it in that way. That do you ever have the fear of that? I think no. I hope that happens. That'd be cool.
I mean,
I
I'll be
doubt
dead.
it.
I won't be scared of much, but oh no, I'm famous now.
But what if you go to heaven? Like, let's say you go to heaven in the first
Let's say
100
on
years.
the off chance you end up in heaven.
On the off chance that you actually get there, Mike, you get to heaven. The first 100 years are normal. You're just hanging out in heaven, and then like 102 years later, like somebody digs up your diary and it turns into like this big bestseller, and then all of a sudden, people in heaven are just hounding you for your autograph. Like,
Oh yeah, that could be Moses going, "Hey, can I get your autograph, dude?"
yeah, you're walking by and like Elisha's like, yeah, that's the guy.
Hey,
that's
aren't you that guy?
Hey, aren't you that? I'm like, aren't you the guy that the bones dance stuff? No, that doesn't matter.
Hey, Saul and I were just talking. Yeah, Saul and I. Yeah. Hey, you want to sign this book for us? Yeah. Hey, oh my gosh, dead Norm Macdonald. How have you been? Good. Yeah, good.
Oh my gosh.
But like, here's the problem though, because like years ago, right, you'd have to do like a painting or something, and that's what would happen. Now, digitally, I mean, you're right. Somebody could be going through a bunch of stuff and go, hey, here's this morning laugh thing. What is this about? Oh, man. That episode where that Chris guy wasn't there. You remember that one? That became that became the greatest movie ever.
Which one?
It's at the Hologram Theater.
It's at the Have you guys ever read A Confederacy of Dunces?
No.
I've heard of that.
So it's a book. This guy back in the 60s, I think, he killed himself, and his family they go in to like get his belongings, and they find the manuscript to this novel that he wrote, and it's a great novel. And then so of course they get it published, and it's sold millions of copies after his death. And that's very similar, except for instead of something, like a painting, it's a story about a fat guy who watches movies.
All right, got it.
I think here's the best chances of this happening, Josh. I think is every school that has one of those time things. What is it? Time? What is it?
Clock? Time capsule.
A
time
clock?
capsule.
It's
a time capsule.
No. You're talking about clock.
What's that thing in Back to the Future they're trying to fix?
What's that thing? That thing is go.
But the time capsule that all the schools buried, and then they can't find them like 20 years later. They're like, I know we put it around here, and they've got holes. And then Arbor Day was invented. Like, just fill them. But something out of that. It's going to be some drawing that you did, It's like, this is a pony it's a pony by Josh Novi. It will go, I've got $3 billion over here. 3 billion, 4 billion, 5. I'm using Squid Game numbers here.
Yeah. This is
27
future
billion
numbers. We're talking about future numbers, and then everyone's like, I don't want to. I got 4 billion in my pocket. Well, I guess let's throw that away.
Yeah, and that's just the school kids hanging around.
Yeah,
I'll trade you for your sandwich.
Well, if you guys I've watched a lot of those time capsule openings, and if I've learned anything, it's that none of them are air or water tight.
Yeah.
So it's.
But now I think if schools were smart, they would just put everything into a hydro flask and then bury it, and that'll make everybody happy.
Yeah, and then you just
those
throw it
things are
out to
tough.
sea. You got to put it in a bottle, and you have to throw it out to sea.
Just let it float around for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. What if that's what if like in 100 years everyone's like, all right, time to dig up the Yeti. Wow. Okay.
We've uncovered a
Sorry,
home
Mike.
with 100 snake skeletons in it.
Yeah. You know, it'd be
Can't
cool.
tell
You know,
them
it'd be cool
apart
if
because they were on top of each other.
Yeah.
you know, it'd be cool if you put it in there and then you would never be able to like get it back. But you could put in a 4.3 carat raw yellow diamond.
Found at the Arkansas State Park.
Yeah.
Wait,
Have you
the
heard of this?
Arkansas State Park or Arkansas State Park?
Arkansas State Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, have you heard of this? There's a park in Arkansas where you can go hunting for diamonds, and they have you can just go there and dig through the dirt and see what you find. And they say the best time to go is right after a heavy rain because it's washed away a lot of the topsoil and the sediment. And recently, a Californian woman was out there searching for gemstones, and she found a 4.38 raw yellow diamond.
Wow.
The sad news in that story is that the woman is from California, and 4.4 carats of it were taken for taxes.
Mm.
So Arkansas, stop me if I'm wrong.
Stop!
They're the last one. Aren't they the last state to have the finders keepers rule?
Yeah, they are.
Is that why people are allowed to
It's on
just
the
go
books there,
take this stuff? Okay.
Mhm. It's the one. It's if you lick it, you call dibs. They still have that rule.
Okay.
Listen to this quote in the story. Okay, so this woman's out there digging through, and she finds it. This is what I'm not kidding. Officials say diamonds are often difficult to spot because they're uncut and sometimes covered in dirt. Buried treasure is sometimes difficult to spot because it is occasionally covered in dirt.
You know, that sword they found in the water, it was dirty.
Hmm.
It was covered in water.
Yeah. I think the problem with the water sword was that it was watery.
People are going to just start looking for dirt now. Is this one? No, put it down. Is this one? No, put it down. This one's yellow. I just peed on it. Sorry. Oh, nope, it's not. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, so the park superintendent says
What's his name? What's his name? Is his name in there?
Caleb Howell.
I love it. Howell.
He said it's a beautiful shape, and he says it's about 4 carats and is the same size as a jelly bean. And the woman later on said, "Whoops."
You know, Caleb missed an opportunity. Caleb could have said, "Oh, that's nothing." You know what that is, ma'am? That's you know, when you get something in the mail and it's stuck to something, it's that booger substance that keeps the card on the piece of paper. It's just wadded up and then it's hardened. I'll take it. I'll throw it away for you. And then Caleb Wolf would be rich.
It really isn't. I mean, it looks like somebody's molar.
It looks like a gallstone, like a big gallstone or maybe a kidney stone.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't diamonds worth a lot more if they're clear?
They are, or actually, it depends on the rarity of the color.
All right,
Josh knows a lot about diamonds
because I recently looked up a lot about diamonds.
Right.
I'm trying to find out what the price. What is the price? What's the price?
Oh man, and we were talking about rattlesnakes earlier, which are commonly known here as what? Diamondbacks.
Oh,
it's all coming together, guys. The show calls back itself. Am I right, Chris?
Okay. So a 4 carat diamond should cost somewhere between $30,000 and $250,000, depending on cut, quality, color, clarity.
You need
other C words.
One more K sounding word.
I was trying to think of cut, clarity, quality, color, carat, catastrophe,
and kindness.
Kind. How kind? That's what when somebody hands me a diamond, I go, oh, but is it kind?
Right.
Hello, diamond.
Of course you do.
So that's about as much as what a couple of contestants on the Squid Game, right? If my conversion rate is correct.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. So
that's a pretty good find, regardless. You know what I mean? You're just walking around, you find that. I don't know who you go to though to sell that to though. That's what they always say in these things. You know, that sword's worth whatever. Who's buying it?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know a lot of guys personally that buy swords from the ocean, but I mean, I had a guy. Don't think I didn't, but
so I know it's this thing I was watching. You know, people will compliment somebody's piece of belongings and then they'll just like throw it off. Like this I was at this thing this weekend. So like it was like, hey, nice shoes, and the seller is like, oh, I got it at a yard sale. It's like, but that doesn't take away from the nice shoes. Well, what if someone's like, hey, that's a really nice diamond? It's like, oh, it's just a blood diamond. Don't even.
Versus the other lady who's like, oh, that's a beautiful diamond. I found it in Arkansas. She's a beaut. I love it. That's my Californian accent. Don't think I'm doing Arkansas people.
I like it.
Don't get mad at me. Oh, Californians.
I prefer to do like I know I might just be a small town Arkansas diamond hunter. I'm not like those big city diamond hunters.
I love that lady though. She found it and all her friends are like, you should move to Beverly Hills, that is. And then it's a whole sitcom about her big diamond find.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so here's a new one. A young woman from Turkey who's 24 years old. She is now officially the world's tallest living woman at 7 feet and 0.7 inches.
So she's a woman that's 7 feet. What?
She's 7 feet tall and 0.7 inches.
That's
7 feet and 0.7.
She's the tallest woman, really?
Yeah.
There's female like WNBA players taller than that.
No, not 7 feet. No,
not 7 feet.
Are you guys? I'm so glad you brought this up. Do you guys ever watch HBO's Real Sports with Brian Gumbel?
I've watched it long ago. I haven't watched it in years.
They actually this episode this week is actually about guys who are giants over 7 feet tall, and this one kid they're showing is 7'7", I think 7'7", 7'8".
Oh yeah,
and he's super skinny though. I mean, he doesn't look real. Like I was like, I'm not trying to be mean either. When you see it,
real.
He doesn't. I'm telling you, if you saw him, and I feel bad for him too. He grew so fast. He grew. He's got scoliosis, so he's a little bit.
Yeah. And he's very skinny, right? He's very
it's amazingly. I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be mean. Like Slenderman, you know the Slender Man, like that
Mike
kind of
know.
long.
Mike doesn't know it.
He's so Mike's going. No, don't.
I've heard references to it. It's like
Mike. If you Google it, you'll be cursed.
Isn't it like it's some fable of some horror thing or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy is amazingly. I've never seen anybody this tall and so thin at the same time. He weighs less than me.
Isn't there
he weighs less than me, and I'm 5'8". So.
A lot of these big, like Andre the Giant, and a lot of really big, tall people. Turns out they have this some sort of illness. I can't remember.
Yeah, so that's what this lady. She has Weaver syndrome, which is a disease or a tumor on the pituitary gland, which is. Thank you.
If you're listening. If you're listening to this only, Mike just put up a graphic that says, and now Josh makes up facts.
Josh knows a lot about stuff. I just thought it was funny.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh. I'm just reading it off the paper. So anyways, I'm just making up.
Weaver syndrome is caused from people who have been diamond mining and get bit by rattlesnakes.
If you've been bitten by a rattlesnake and been diamond mining, you might have got Weaver syndrome.
You might be able to get compensation.
Yeah. Call 1-877 JG Wentworth.
JG Wentworth. Please, Weaver syndrome, or what is it?
Yeah, well, the pituitary gland tumor that makes
stimulates the growth, or right?
It does.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't want to.
Like
I don't want to make Mike mad again, but it can do both. The same tumor can do both. It can either make you grow very tall, or it can actually stunt your growth totally. And so the people that can be like dwarves can also have them.
Yeah.
And it's this. And Mike's already done. He's checked out.
So if the people who start growing quickly start smoking cigarettes, they'll be good, right?
Yeah, drink a lot of coffee, smoke a lot of cigarettes. You're good.
All right, we found the cure. Next subject.
So now, Josh, you've been watching Miracle Workers. What is that?
I have, but real quick, the tallest woman ever. She was from American, 7'7", Sandy Allen from Chicago, Illinois. There you go. So just so you know, I've been watching Miracle Workers. Have you guys watched that show?
No, I don't know. I'm not
familiar with that at all.
It's so good. I didn't. So it's Steve Buscemi, Daniel Radcliffe, and then a couple other people. Phenomenal. The first season and the second season are very different.
Commercials look hilarious for that.
What's the gist of it?
The first season is about God is about to destroy the earth, and they have to get these two people to fall in love in order for him not to destroy the earth. And the second season is they're back in the medieval times, and Daniel Radcliffe plays a prince who is like a bumbling idiot.
Oh, okay.
Phenomenal.
But same cast, right?
It's the same cast. It's very much like American Horror Story, where they play just a totally different character
thing, where they do a different thing every season.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi and, like you said, Daniel Radcliffe, and then some other real funny people.
In the second season, Miracle Workers, that fits the description for the first season. Does it fit the description in the second season, where it's still some sort of supernatural kind of?
Oh, I don't want to ruin it for you. I don't want to ruin it like I ruined Squid Games for Brian when I would say I watched both of them. They're both just so good. Steve Buscemi, of course, is just an unbelievable actor, and especially I think in the second season, I think he just knocks it out of the park with his character.
Steve Buscemi is quickly becoming an American treasure.
All this and more on Brian Gumbel's Steve Buscemi's.
So 90
Katie?
snakes found in one house, and today is National Reptile Awareness Day.
Wow.
It writes itself, guys, right there.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's also National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day.
Oh.
Huh. Well, but tomorrow's your birthday, so how does that work in terms of what your day is? What do you share, Mike? What do you share your special day with?
Let's look that up.
Like, I share mine with Joe Piscopo, but what do you share?
Before I get it, just real quickly, it's also Get to Know Your Customers Day and National Witch Hazel Day. But let's see what tomorrow is.
Oh, it's the 21st. I forgot.
Well, October 22nd is National Nut Day. So that's Mike.
That makes sense.
See, again, you can't write this. It writes itself. Mike James National Nut Day. Come on.
Yeah, it's a nut. You get it. You get a nut.
It's tomorrow, or my birthday is International Stuttering Day.
One more time. I'm sorry. What? Say that again.
National Color Day, National Nut Day, and National Make a Dogs Day.
Oh, I know how you love making dogs.
It's also actually. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not National Stuttering Day. It's International Stuttering Awareness Day.
That would be the opposite.
Yeah, right.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to make a dog's day, I'm going to tell you right now that you should get one of these, right? Listen, I've always wanted to have like a TV show about like Maury, but where I just bring dogs up, and then instead of like a DNA results, I'm just like, listen, it says here that you are in fact a good dog, and I just pet all the dogs, and then so if you really want to, let me know. I'll send these out for free to make your dog's day. That your dog is certified a good dog, signed by Nutter Butter and me.
I like it.
So just let us know in the comments. We'll get these out. I'll send these out for free just to make your dog's day.
Also, you can go to my website and look at my wish list for my birthday gifts if anybody's still shopping.
Oh,
Yeah, but you already snapped us out of existence, Mike. You can't have anything else.
Mike, once again, where are you registered for your birthday?
Well, I have a wish list on Amazon, but aside from that, Home Depot.
Okay, because I was at Harbor Freight and they said they didn't find you.
No,
okay.
I went there to register. I was in discussions with them, and we had a little tussle over. Well, I don't want to go into it, but it had to do with vice grips.
Okay, well, all right, fine. And then just to round that out, also you can go to Dollar General, and Mike's registered there. So
that's right. Yeah.
You need some rags for your car washing. Okay. Tell you, things are going up at the dollar store. It's tough times right now. So, well, wow, guys, look at us.
We did it, guys. We did it. We made things happen. What do you guys have coming up? Brian, what do you have coming up?
I got a lot of private stuff coming up. Let's see. Yeah, I got I just found out I'm opening for Wayne Fetterman.
Nice.
December.
That's phenomenal. The guy that was married to Britney Spears. That's awesome.
Yes, yeah, that's him. Yep. Wayne Fetterman's been in a lot of movies and married Britney Spears. That's the guy I'm opening for. So that's going to be good.
And when is that again? Sorry.
That's December 10th and 11th, I believe. Yeah. Certainly, it's that time of season. I'm starting to get a lot of corporate stuff coming my way. So a lot of holiday stuff.
Holiday.
We can't say what holiday anymore. You know that?
We are, we all three of us, including Chris, are helping with and encouraging people to come out on the 29th and 30th to Mesa to Downtown Underground Comedy Club. It's a new club just starting up, and so you can go to downtownundergroundmesa.com for information on tickets and their upcoming events. But it should be really fun. It's a new club on that side of town. So
address is 12 West Main Street.
Yep, 12 West Main Street in Mesa.
Would you say Downtown Underground
Mesa.com.
Mesa.com?
/ East Valley .desert comma
below surface.
I found it. Cool. Hey. Oh, that's right. I'm on one of these shows too.
Also, we have another Morning Laugh next Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. We do.
Is that every week?
Yes.
Wait, is that every week except for the 1 week when all of us couldn't do it? And then we were scrambling to figure out what's going on. And then we thought everyone was mad at each other. And then, but turns out none of us actually were mad at anybody. And we're
that's when Mike snapped and we all disappeared for a week. Do you remember that?
Oh, that makes sense. Do you guys remember that?
And then Robert Downey Jr. and a bunch of other actor friends went back in time and fixed it for us.
Hey, Brian and I will be at Be an Artist somewhere. I don't know where that's at.
November 14th, I think, right at the
12th.
Foothills.
November.
I think we're sold out already though. So
nice. That's awesome.
With Arizona Valley, where Fox 10's Corey McCloskey.
No, yeah.
Wow.
You can come out and see Corey if you want, or you can come out and see me do a Corey impression.
Right. You dropped a name, buddy.
Thank you.
Don't pick that up.
All right. So
you know what? Corey sees this.
Speaking of dropping names, so Mike and I got to hang out last weekend with JJ Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker.
Dynamite.
From Good Times. I spent a little more time with Mike because I got to drive him around, and he was cool.
Nice.
It was cool. Yeah, he's everything you think Jimmy Walker would be.
That's amazing.
And a little more.
I have so many questions for him that he doesn't want to hear from a millennial.
I will say this: he's 74 years old, and he's a little slow, kind of walking and stuff, but he's in good shape. He's walking around doing his thing. But man, when he hit that stage, it was like dynamite. I mean, it was great. He didn't say dynamite until the end, and that crowd erupted like I've never heard before.
They were there to see him. For sure.
They were there to see him.
Yeah,
he was killing. He did great. That was a lot of fun. So if you get a chance to see Jimmy Walker, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
And Mike James featured for him, but that's not all over the country. I was only here. No.
Before we go,
coming up?
I got a lot of stuff coming up. So I'm on the Newlywed and Broke tour. It's the tour that I'm on right now. This Friday, I will be tomorrow. I'll be at Frisco Theater, the Frisco Discovery Center in Frisco, Texas. The 24th, I'll be in Sierra Vista at the Sierra Vista Community Center, 2 p.m. matinee show. Next Friday, I'll be in Mankato, Kansas. The 11th, I'll be in Russell, Kansas. The 13th, I'll be in Holdridge, Nebraska. The 20th, I'll be in Tennessee. 21st, I'll be in Salem, Illinois. We got a bunch of stuff planned. I'm actually really excited about this.
That's really good.
Cool.
Well, that about wraps it up for us, guys. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget to wish Bob Odenkirk, Christopher Lloyd, and Jeff Goldblum and me happy birthday today. Tomorrow. Say today, and then I'll know tomorrow.
and crack a nut open and eat it. It's national.
Be nice to your dog
and rattle a snake.
Go rattle a snake, people. All right,
that's it, guys. Thanks again. See you next week.
Good morning.